Here's a look at this day in history. January 20th.
On this day in 1887, the U.S. Senate leased Hawaii's Pearl Harbor as a naval base, establishing a permanent presence in the Pacific. In 1937, FDR took the oath of office for his second term. It was the beginning of January 20th as the official inauguration day. In 1986, the federal Martin Luther King Jr. holiday was celebrated for the first time by most states. It would be another 14 years until all 50 states recognized the holiday. And in 1981, 52 American hostages were released from Iran. They had been kidnapped after President Carter gave emergency asylum to Iran's overthrown Shah. They were held for 444 days until the U.S. agreed to unfreeze $8 billion in Iranian assets. And that's this day in history.
Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Ariana.
And Lily.
Bringing you your morning announcements.
On WDMS News.
Today is Tuesday, January 20th, 2015, B-Day.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the DMS Pledge.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I am safe,
I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community.
Please be seated.
Today's math problem is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929, in Georgia. He was assassinated on April 4, 1968. How old was Dr. Martin Luther King when he was assassinated? Please let your math teacher know if you can solve it.
Now here's Nayla with today's weather.
It's 21 degrees this morning. It will be partly cloudy today with a high of 39 degrees. Here's the weather for the remainder of the week. Now back to Ariana and Lily.
Thanks, Nayla. Now the word of the day. The word of the day is diverge. Diverge means to go in different directions from a common point. Diverge sounds like divers, and so in today's cartoon, the caption reads, "When the octopus appears, the divers diverged." Once again, today's word of the day is diverge.
Help DMS with money and prizes by donating broken writing utensils in the TerraCycle box in the cafeteria.
Homeroom teachers, please hand out the blue Baltimore County Public Library card applications to your student this morning. Students can complete the forms and return them to Miss Gibson in the library. She will get your library card and send it to your homeroom. Miss Gibson was told that you could fill this application out if you lost your library card or haven't had one yet.
Now for a quiz team announcement. Attention students, do you want to travel other schools? Do you like showing off your impressive knowledge about random facts? Join Quiz Bowl. We need 6th, 7th, and 8th graders to help us defeat schools like Golden Ring, Stricker, and Hollibird. Practices are Thursdays from 3 to 4 in room 108. See Miss Blue for more questions.
This Friday, January 23rd, is middle school night at the boys' basketball games at Dundalk High School. The JV play at 5:30 and the varsity plays at 7 p.m. versus Owings Mill. Any student from Dundalk Middle that attends the game will receive a free ticket when accompanied with a paying adult. Attention drama team. The entire cast needs to stay after school today and Thursday this week.
Now for the words of wisdom. Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Ariana with a few words of wisdom. Did you know that Claude Monet, the famous French painter, painted the same haystack 32 times, each time with a different degree of light, each time with a different angle? Obviously, Monet's haystack looked very different in dusk than at high moon. The same thing is true about the troubles we face in life. From one angle, they may seem hopeless, from another, hopeful. In one light, a problem may seem huge, and another light, very small. The French say, "What is true by lamplight is not always true by sunlight." Next time you find yourself feeling overcome by a problem, talk to someone you respect and trust. Try looking at the problem from as many angles as possible, like Monet and his haystack. You'll probably discover that your problem looks very different depending on how you choose to look at it. With something to think about, this is Ariana. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
Now here's Mr. Barish.
Morning, Dundalk Middle School. Hope everyone had a nice weekend and back and better than ever. Today begins, this last week is of the second quarter. So this is the final week of the second quarter. So it's very important, students, that you meet with your teachers, conference with them to determine where you are. Look at your grades on BCPS 1 N grade to determine if you need to stay after for any coach class. Again, this is the last week of the second quarter. Any outstanding or late work must be turned in. Even if you get partial credit is better than no credit at all. And boys and girls, today begins our winter session of the MAP testing for math. Students, it's very important for you to put forth your best effort. This is the type of data that we look at as teachers as well as educators to determine what you're learning in school and if you've made academic gains and growth since the beginning of the year. So you took the MAP in the fall and you put forth effort on that. Our goal is to make sure during the winter sessions that you continue to put forth your effort and you showed growth and improvement. So again, it's very important that you put your best effort. We want to see that all students at Dundalk Middle School have been making academic progress. And if any students are not making academic progress, it's important that those students attend coach class, come after for our math or reading achievement club after school, or attend our Saturday Academy to help support you. Again, so I do ask students when you're in the hallway, please make sure that other classes might be testing in the computer lab. So it's very important that you are quiet in the hallways and respectful and safe and responsible, so that way other students can give you the same privilege when you're in there taking the MAP test. So again, we ask all students to put forth their best effort. Today begins our winter MAP sessions. I also want to remind students about the behavior expectations as we talk about every day when we take the pledge to be safe, respectful, and responsible. Last week at Dundalk Middle School, we had some students who made some poor choices, including getting into some fights. And as a result, students who were involved in making those type of poor decisions were either suspended from school, or some of them might be up for expulsion, being suspended to the superintendent's designate. Why I'm sharing this with you, boys and girls, is 98% of the students at Dundalk Middle School come to school every day to get a great education in a safe, positive learning environment. The 2 to 3% of the students who aren't making good decisions, it's not fair not only to you, it's not fair to all the students who come here to school not to get in trouble, not to be disrespectful, not to get into a fight, but they come here because they truly want to better themselves and get a great educational experience so one day they can graduate high school, graduate college, and become a globally competitive graduate. So again, I want to make sure, again, last week was not a great week. I want to make sure we have a much better week as a school. Again, my commitment is to you is that we're going to make sure we provide you with a safe learning environment. And if there's any students who aren't up for that challenge or who aren't coming to school to get the best education, then please feel free to come see me, students, and I will have a conversation with you and talk about other school options for you. Again, my goal is to make sure every student here is provided with a positive and safe learning environment, and I'm not willing to let any student compromise that. Let's make it a great day, DMS, and a better week. Thank you. Now back to our team.
This is Lily.
And Ariana. Have a terrific Tuesday.